G'day and welcome to another video. I'm going to be talking about my Surface Pro 12th Edition X2 Elite Snapdragon ARM processor with a 16 gig RAM and 526 gigabyte hard drive. The question is, how good is this for music production? I wanted an all-round, just bring it anywhere like I used to do with my iPad and record music. But the thing is, with my iPad, is I didn't have my VST plugins, my favourite plugin Omnisphere, which is just my bread and butter, and the contact libraries that I've got, and also very importantly my neural DSP plugins. I use Archetype Rabia for clean tone and heavy tone. So in this video I'm going to be playing some guitar. I'm going to be putting it through the test just to see how it goes, to give you some sort of idea on if it's a good purchase. So let's get into it. Yeah. Okay, so sorry about the glare. For starters, the screen compared to an iPad, there's more glare. There's not enough nits in my head, not enough nits in the display, not enough brightness in the display. I've got the brightness the whole way up. Yep, it's the whole way up. And oops, just deleted that. So I'm going to go through, like, if you're interested in knowing why I got this, I'm going to do another video about that, but I really want to get straight to the point and just make some music to see how well we go. Now, it took me a while to figure out the ASIO thing, so in this scenario, I'm happy to say that the Focusrite 4 in, 4 out 4th edition works. The software, the Focusrite software worked, and I'll give you a look in the settings, audio, ASIO, Focusrite, and I've got 256 samples, which is 5.3 milliseconds latency. And I've already set up a bit of a template, so I'll go through that in a second. But this is the latency that you'll expect out of this. I don't know if you can tell, but I can't notice. And also my voice is going through this the microphone, so I can record my vocals as well. And great thing about Bitwig is I just found out that you can press this little button here which records everything, so then I can sync that in post later, and you can record your jams. And that's a Bitwig is been a new friend of mine. I've only bought it yesterday, but I've just fell in love with it straight away. I'm going to say goodbye to Ableton. I'm going to say goodbye to a lot of my other stuff, which I talk about in the other video, because this thing here has just got a great workflow. So let's get into it. So I'm basically just going to play a little something. Just going to make something up on the spot. But before I do that, I will show you that I've got a drum machine. So in that, I've got a few samples now. You've got the touchscreen here, which latency is great. I'm used to the iPad, which Mac is just all over that kind of audio thing, the latency world. So very happy to announce that there's not much noticeable latency at all. So can easily play a drum groove. Does it feel better like playing in an MPC? Yeah, it does. It completely does. But I didn't want to bring my MPC around everywhere. I just wanted something I could chuck in my bag and work on a song, and then open that song up in, I was going to say Ableton, but now Bitwig on my computer at home, where I can flesh out all the VST plugins and that kind of stuff. But this can play majority of my favorite VST plugins, so that's fantastic. So I've got the drum machine up here. You can select your other tracks. Otherwise, you double click that, and it opens up your full view. I've got a bass stub. Now this is really cool because it's MPE pads. So you got your pitch bend, and also this way you've got the cutoff filter, so you can go like. That's great. That's fantastic. And I've got my my sends over here straight up, so I can be like. Nice big reverb on it. That's an inbuilt synth, which is just the quality of Bitwig's synthesizers are fantastic, I've got to say. Guitar Bassy is an Omnisphere plugin, Omnisphere sound. And this is the thing, much better than the iPad stock sounds of anything that you get in the iPad realm. You can go down the path of using audio layer, multi-sample instruments in Logic Pro or something like that. MPC does it as well, and convert your Omnisphere sounds to EXE or whatever it is, and then you can open them in audio layer, but it's quite a bit of a workaround, and I find the sounds just cut down quality, maybe compression or something like that. But the whole idea of Omnisphere is you've got like 10,000 presets to go through, and that's the fun of it for me, because I don't know what sound I want. So at the moment I'm going to tell you all the things I love about it, and towards the end of the video I'm going to say what I don't like about this setup. Well, that could come up naturally in problems that may occur, but let's just see what happens. So I've got strings. This is the great thing about MP World, you know, that's slid up, that note, because both those notes are on separate channels, so you can spread them. That's a fantastic feature. Fantastic. I don't think... Well, it's basically the same kind of sound, so I might just quickly change that to something random. Let's go to picked and plucked, kalimba. That'll do, let's put a reverb on it. Yep. So, hang drum, brilliant sound. I absolutely love the hang drum sound. That's a contact library. We've got flute, which isn't flute, that's something else. That's just Omnisphere, I can change that as I go. Another Omnisphere, and then I've got all audio tracks for recording guitar. So it's a decent amount of tracks, and the CPU now is sitting up. Let's just quickly go to the task manager. And show you. So the memory's sitting at 82. So far it's not a problem, so I'm happy with that. If it gets closer to 100, it'll probably start glitching. Let's find out. Probably load it up with some more plugins soon, if needed. Sometimes you just be like, well, how many instruments do I actually need? And also you can use Omnisphere, play your sound and then bounce it to audio, and then choose another sound and just have that as your main synthesizer kind of thing. So the CPU is sitting at 8%, even though that little bar looks much bigger than 8%, you know, 12% there. I'm pretty happy with that. That's happy days. So let me just have a little jam and see what we can create. I think I'll start with guitar, so I'll get that primed, and I'll go into, I like working from this view. This is in tablet mode, by the way, which is accessible via user interface tablet. Otherwise you've got other views, but this just seems to work good for a tablet. The other views do work pretty well as well, and I've got their benefits, but this has just I've gotten used to this workflow. So I can go, I've got my scene 1, let's select scene 1, and then go to audio 9, and then I've got my metronome, press play. Now just quickly before I do that, I've got my guitar in, coming from my channel 1, and then on that I have this Archetype plugin, which is my favourite clean tone. It's got a great distorted tone as well. So I was really missing that in the iPad world. And now you've got NAMM2 captures, which is that's a bit of a game changer. But this has just always been my favourite plugin that I use all the time on my computer at home. So now I've got it on this, what's as big as an iPad. It's fantastic. So I've got that routed into all these audios. I haven't renamed them. And then I've got a few vocals routed from Vox-In. Oops. Vox-In, that's routed to these. And then I could even apply auto-tune as well. I've got Waves auto-tune because I'm not a fantastic singer. I like to fumble around my vocal range. All right, let's do something. I'm going to play in D. Yeah, I'll play in D harmonic minor. Shall we? That sounds good. So I didn't like that, so I can hold that down to delete it. You've got this little radial thing that pops up. So if I hold that down, if I recorded that, let's just do that again. If I don't like it, I hold that down and see that little eraser comes up. Some people complain about the radial thing. I kind of like it. I've just gotten used to it. And just quickly, all these buttons here, you can have the sends as well, but you've got this little remote button that you click and you can assign effects to it. So rather than me going into where it was like this one here and going into the play and then changing my low pass there, it's brilliant. I can actually access it here. And then I've got all the effects there as well, which record in automation, because I've got this button here that records over automation, overdubs automation. So just another little workflow, life improvement thing, whatever you call that. Yeah, whatever it is, anyway. And that recorded 8 bars because there I had it set post-record action. You got play recorded for 8 bars. That is great that you can do that. That's able to push 3, has fixed clip length, and I don't even think if you don't have push 3, you can't assign that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the fact that I can do that there, that's brilliant, because you can still keep on playing guitar and not have to hit it again or change the bar amount later. I'm just going to jam on that for a little bit. Is that harmonic minor? Let's get some drums going. So I can double click that and go straight to this. And I have to press that to record it, and it does 8 bars, which I don't want it to do. So I'm gonna do 4 bars. Let's change that to 4 bars. Stuffed up a little bit, so I can go into edit, hold that down, see where it went wrong. There. Should have fixed it. There's a bit of a glitch there, did you hear that? Sorry if you can hear the wind in this microphone. So that's fixed that. Let's go back over to mix, and we're going to lay a bass line, double click that. So we're in D harmonic minor. So this doesn't snap to scale down here, so you kind of have to know a little bit about music theory. I know D harmonic minor is. That's not right. just got this like juicy sound riff. It just makes me feel good. Ah, life doesn't get better, can't get any better than this. Yeah, I got my ditch right next to me, I might pick that up, but I didn't bring another microphone. I've only got this microphone. I could put the headphones down, put it into there, record it, but how I'm gonna reach this and do that? I could do that, shall I do that? Maybe not yet. Not yet. Jump in the water and get wet. Is it wet yet? Is your nipples wet yet? What? You know Missy Elliott song? What does she say? Refrain when I'm wicked yet. Yeah, well, I'm just gonna do something. I don't know what to do. Going to open strings, yeah. Oh yeah, that's guys. It's guys? That's nice. It's nice, guys. Yeah. Okay, missed that. Cause that's in the road. In the road, let's close that thing. That's a little bit better. What notes can I bring? So far no glitches except the one before. I don't know what that was, you know. I'm recording this so it could add a little bit of CPU intensiveness to the process, man. Get back to the program, man. Let's see if I can do a little something with auto-tune, shall we? So what I gotta do is go down to this box in, go down to the play so I can access this. Scroll over to the waves, plug in, turn it on, open it, change to D minor, yeah, get into it. Harmonic minor, D, yeah, no, da da do, go back to mix, scroll over here, yeah, 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 yeah. Hope you follow on me what I'm doing here, yeah, yeah, yeah. processing hungry things. Let's turn this auto-tune off. If I could do a little quick button that turned the auto-tune off, so I didn't have to go over here, that would be good, would be good. I've only had Bitwig for one day, it would be good, it would be good. I'm pretty sure I'll just get there in due course, due course. Of course it is, pass me the sauce, chuck it on the meat pie. What's this, like a little kalimba or something? So Omnisphere is a pretty CPU-hungry program, but it seems to do pretty good at the moment. Let's just open that task manager and see what else is happening to the CPU. CPU, is it happy? Memory is down to 70%, it's less than before. Don't know what happened to that CPU floor. 16%, pretty happy with that. Would I play live with it? I don't know, that's pretty risky, man. I just don't know what to do with my hands if it shuts down and it glitches. I don't know what to do with my mouth and my licks and my guitar, because everything would shut down and sound would stop going through that unless I had another microphone. Say, sorry people, I've just got to do a reboot. I unplugged the plug-in, Windows sucks. Yeah, I hope this is entertaining. This is entertaining. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe to give me incentive to do more programs. I mean, to do more shows like this. That would be cool, because I enjoy it a bit. Yeah. What am I doing? What's anyone doing? What's anyone doing? Bit of humdrum, shall we? Double click on that. D minor, harmonic. So far no glitches, no little twitches. Yeah, I don't want to say that other thing that's rhyming with twitches, because people will get offended and they'll be a snitcher. Yeah, they'll dog me in and I'll be cancelled, and I won't be able to provide this kind of content for anyone ever again. That would make me sad, that would make me sad. If I could have my own custom plugins like I could do in Loopy Pro, where I'd be like, hey, I want some reverb on this without going down the road and doing this, but I can do that anyway. What's this Omnisphere doing? Like a, doesn't sound like it's doing much, Fred. Sounds like it's a little bit dead. Right said Fred. Yeah, let's get a synth sound kind of going. Let's go to like, whoa, electronic production, underground, yeah. Making a sound, making a sound like a synth, like a ditch, yeah. Catch a brim and put it in the fridge. Synth creative, how could you not click on that? Buzz flies. Okay, getting real funky now. Not sure if funky's the word, but it's kind of cool. Okay, I like that better. pretty much thinking that I'm proving a point, and this is real good. Pretty happy with this investment. Let's stop it here, because I think I've proved that it works pretty well. I think that's enough instruments going on for any section. Otherwise, it's going to get overwhelmed pretty soon. So how many plugins do you want? And I got used to, on my iPad, being economic about the way I did my music, and I'd be like, just bounce it and then open it and then add it to a drum pad and something, and you can sample that and all that kind of stuff. So with this, if you wanted to play that game, you'd go to the arranger and see how I've got I don't know why I'm talking like that. I've got all these audio tracks, but I did have well, let's just go here and then go add an audio track, and then I could go to sampler. Oh, I'll do that another time, but I can, like that Omnisphere there, I can click on that and just go to clip, bounce in place, and then I can drag that there, and I can change the Omnisphere sound and keep on going and just have heaps of audio files, so that gets around the whole memory issue, so that's fantastic. I think I've done enough, so thank you so much if you've got to the end of this video, and it would really mean a lot to me if you did like and subscribe. Make a comment, tell me what you think, if you like this kind of content. God, I don't know how to do scripted stuff, I'm more just a freestyle kind of guy, and but if you think I should be more scripted, let me know. Just you know, join the community, let's get a little bit of a thing happening and say some funny stuff, and give me praise. no, give me whatever. I mean, the internet's full of different eclectic people with different opinions, and some people may not agree with mine, and that's okay. And I have potentially angered some people in the NPC Reddit page because I said, "Hey, see ya, I'm leaving NPC," and like, you know, that was a bit of a douche move on my behalf, I think. Maybe it's like, what? My first post is saying goodbye. Yeah, I get it. It's like, but I just wanted to share my experience in how much I'm loving this thing, and I will talk about in another video my anxiety and depression I've got from being addicted to gear, because it can be a downfall. It can really hold you back. So I think just simplifying things in this scenario, no, it's not a groove box, but for me, I got so used to groove boxes on iPads that it is a groove box. It's got everything I need so far. I don't honestly think I want too much more, except the ability to click there and have the keyboard come up instead of having to do this. That's a bit of a downside, and also some of the things like that doesn't right click, so I have to open this little thingo here, and that's my mouse, so I can then right click and go duplicate if I want. But the thing is, there's other ways to duplicate it, but and also if you're not into Bitwig, I'll do another video talking about why I left Ableton. It's only been 2 days, it's a honeymoon, but so far I've figured this out. I've been well trained in Ableton to pick up Bitwig, because it was the guys from Bitwig used to work in Ableton, so they created Ableton on steroids, in my opinion, and I think they're more so artists because they get the workflow thing. Ableton, there's some things about it that just kind of have always bugged me. And then Bitwig has just been like, oh, it can do this and that and this and that. And I love how, okay, so in this tablet mode, is what I was getting to, is it goes straight to, just like Arranger in Ableton, but unfortunately you can't see both of them at the same time unless you do this. You go to tablet, you go to small, and that'll reopen up in this view, which everything's changed. It's now down here, arrange, and then I can go to there. And now, and this is where it's like, damn it, I have to open that little mouse thing again. Really hope they get onto that. I did contact Bitwig about some of these things, and they said they were working on it for future updates, so that's fantastic. I can then drag that into there, and so I can make songs Isn't that fantastic? Isn't that fantastic? Do. And then another thing I don't like, let's say a couple of things I don't like, is to loop this section, you have to do this. You can't actually drag that loop brace marker. You have to, if you want to change that, you have to start from there and do it there. Gotten used to it, that's okay. That's fine. I'll deal with it. Would have been nice if I could hold down that to double click and go to double that section, but I know I can do that by doing this. Let's do that again, and I can go to, this is, maybe it doesn't have it. It's like I may have to actually manually select all that. If you know how to do this better than me, please tell me. I'd love to know. Selecting all that and then edit, I think it's double content or something. Time. So that was a big mosquito, that big. Yeah, in Australia we've got some big things that want to kill you. They don't, they're fine. But that snake over there and that crocodile over there might want to eat me. I'm joking. I'm in Queensland. There are crocodiles in Queensland. I'm in South Queensland. There are no crocodiles here. But you drive 2 hours up north, there's crocodiles up there. So thank you, crocodiles. Well, thank you, weather, for being a little bit too cold for them. Apparently they used to be here on the Sunshine Coast. That is a digression. You don't care. Maybe you do. Tell me if you do, and I'll talk more about crocodiles and how I'm making crocodiles at the moment for a living for the rest of the year anyway, out of concrete. That's another story. I actually work at Australia Zoo, where Steve Irwin created Australia Zoo. I'm an artist there, so I don't know. This is something I need to get better at. Add. What does that do? Yeah, see, I don't know. Why isn't it easy? It is. It's that button I set up before. So, pretty much happy days with Bitwig Surface Pro 12. I thoroughly recommend it. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I'd love to help you out, because if I can save people time and bruises on their forehead from bashing their head up against the wall, I'd love to. Because Windows has been a bit of a, Windows, audio drivers, and you have to download a driver and go to the site where it's like, download now, download, which one do I click? Oh, now I've got a virus. Oh, STD for me, thank you. I'll pass on that. What else quickly? I'm sure there's something else. If there's something else that comes to mind, I'll do another video. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Hooroo.